I kind of came out here and like just hearing like all like the noises of like the birds singing and all that, and like there's so much dew where I'm at right now that like it's just dripping off the trees like it rained, and I think that's so cool. It's almost like I'm in a rainforest, but like it's not very much of a rainforest right now. That's a whole nother thing. But um, you know, what I want to talk about is the world is as magical as we let it be. Um, I've found that recently, I may have mentioned this before, but I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and these audiobooks are all about like some dude getting magical powers or whatever, and or like special skills or like whatever, or like they get put into like this universe with a magic system, and they slowly level up and get new skills with new powers to do cooler and better things, and they get stronger and stronger. And I love listening to these audiobooks because I love magic and I love like special powers and all that stuff. So to me it's really entertaining, but at the same time, um I feel like it's also very much of like an escape, because it's like oh, like I wish this is how life could be, like have magic powers. Like sure, like there's a chance that they could die at any time because everyone else has magic powers and it's dangerous, and they're fighting these monsters that are powerful and all this stuff. But at the same time, like to have like magic and magic powers, and like oh, my life would be like so much cooler, so much more exciting if that was the case. And to an extent that may be true, but one thing that I've also kind of realized is, life is, as magical as you make it. It's what you make it. So when you're sitting at home and you're like, man, like I wish I could do something like cool and exciting. Um, I wish that I had like interesting skills, stuff like that. Um, oh, you want to have like cool skills, you want to do exciting stuff, you want to be adventurous, then you have to make steps towards that, because what I've found is that um, our world has what I would call a magic system, um, as it is in like a lot of the books. It's just very weak magic in comparison to like others, or at least the way to get to that level of magic is a lot more difficult, and studying and research oriented, rather than just having natural skills or natural powers that just kind of give you the strength or like ability you want right away or assist you in getting to it. Um, you know, the way I see it, if you want to build like um a house, in like a story, oh, they can just like form stone and then boom, they've got walls and stuff. But like, um, you want to build houses, you could learn like how that's done, and you have the power to cut down trees and turn them into planks or whatever. Like you do have the ability to do all of that. It's just not as quick and it's not as easy. And I think that that's a big reason why there's so many books out there that just make it seem like our world it has no magic in it. And the more I've thought about it, the more I just don't think that that's true. It's just that to us, like life seems very bland, very I don't know, not special. Like and that's just because that's just a um what's the word I'm looking for? That's just a symptom of being like in the world our whole lives. Experience no like we take for granted just how incredible everything is, and the fact that things work the way they do. And so um you know the fact that like right now there's just like dew dripping off the trees, that's like really cool in my opinion. But a lot of people would be like, it's dew, like what's up with that? But it's just, I don't know, I just think it's cool. And I don't think that like stuff like that is something that should get necessarily brushed aside. And the fact that if you wanted to chop down a tree or dig a hole or anything like that, like you do have the power to do that. It's just not as cool and exciting. And I know that like those aren't necessarily like groundbreaking ideas, but like you look at like our cars or our phones or cameras and stuff like that, and like how can you tell me that that's not really some kind of magic there? Like there's not like some kind of magic happening with how that works. It's technology, but technology is how our magic system works. It's very technologically based, but in magic books and like magic stories and stuff, they have like magical swords that like when they slash them, they can like send out like a wave of like dangerous energy or something like that or whatever. How can you tell me that like your phone isn't some kind of uh, magic relic that has the power to give you whatever access like data and libraries and give you information and show you maps and like it doesn't feel like magic to us, but it's in its own right. It's what I would say it's kind of magic. And that's kind of a weird thing to say, and it doesn't sound right because it was like, oh, it's not magic, it's science, it's technology. Um, and I think that there's a misconception there. They don't have to be separate. I would say that science and technology is just our way is magic. It's just our name for it. Because in a lot of books and stuff, they have like magic systems or like whatever, and there's rules and laws to the magic. It's not like it's like, oh, I just randomly did this spell. I don't know how it happened. I'll never be able to do it again. No, like you can repeatedly do magic once you've understood the laws and the rules of like the magic system. So, what's the difference between that and technology? Oh, I can't shoot fireballs. You can make a flamethrower that can do that. Um, it's there's a lot more technology involved in our system, which is why I say it's more on the weaker side. But the magic is there, and I think that once you have that kind of understanding, it sets the groundwork for a lot of other things. Because if you look at the world and you say, "Oh, there's no magic. It sucks." That's a very pessimistic outlook. But once you've looked around and you realized, um, I am in like a magical world. I could be that magical main character that's doing cool stuff and adventuring, and like that could be you. You can make your life a story that would be written in a book. You have the power to make that decision. And like a lot of these books that I've read, like the person starts out as just some random nobody, like a loser, or he's like not doing a whole lot. Like they're not like these crazy powerful or like rich people that just all of a sudden get sucked into like they're just an average Joe. And it's targeted like that because the average reader is just the average Joe. They're not the it's a lot more relatable that way. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, they're no one special before their story starts. So you don't have to be either. You just got to make the decision that you want to, I don't know, I guess change the trajectory of your life. Um, and I think that's pretty cool. I think that when you change your mindset, not necessarily to be like, I'm the first person. No, that's not the right term. I'm the main character. They say it's like main character syndrome. Not saying necessarily that you have to brag around and like act like you're the only person in the world that matters, but it's your story and you can make it how you want to. And if you want to be more adventurous and you want to escape, you can. It's just a matter of um, maybe changing some habits and adjusting what you want. And you can say, "Oh no, I can't." And I'm not saying that everyone 100% can, but I'm saying a majority of people could if they wanted to. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be worth it? Probably. Um, Chances are that if you're trying to escape from the life you're living, you don't want to be living it. So, you know, it's going to be work, but it'll be cool. Yeah. So, I think that's all I've got to say about it. But, yeah. Peace out.